One of the interesting facts that I've learned since I returned from my experience in Northern Ireland, I've received so many invitations, and I've learned that in the United States there are more Irish American organizations than there are Irish Americans. I feel like I'll never really have a boring night, because there's always an event to go to, and they're all wonderful. And Barbara Jones does a really great job here. I also wanted to say a word about the MLAs who are here, both individually and in a representative capacity. They represent the political leaders of Northern Ireland, who were the key factors, really the most relevant and important participants in the process that led to the agreement in 1998. It's fashionable in our democracy here in America and all around the world to ridicule politicians, to demean them, and Lord knows some of them earn that demeaning. But the fact is that in Northern Ireland, there would not have been an agreement. There would not have been progress, but for the courage of the men and women who were the political leaders of Northern Ireland. They have spent their entire lives in conflict, but at a critical moment in the history of their society, they came together and they reached principal compromises in the interests of the whole society. And my hope is that current MLAs and those in the future will demonstrate the same strength and courage to keep this process moving forward. I'm asked often, I did an interview this morning on public television about there are continuing disagreements in Northern Ireland. And my answer was, I'm an American. If you turn on the television and say, hey, you're an American, you get an earful of disagreements. The notion that Northern Ireland is unique because there are political disagreements defies reality. And we should not hold Northern Ireland to a standard higher than that we apply to every other democracy in the world, indeed just about every other country in the world. The crucial decision, the most important one, was accepting that in every society there are disagreements. The best way to resolve them is through peaceful and democratic means. That's the important decision. And courage to sustain it in difficulties over time. And I wanted to come and also to say a few words about the Corrymeela community. Many organizations, many institutions, many individuals, government, non-government, political, non-political, contributed to the process which led to the agreement in 1998 and to the progress that's made since then. None, in my judgment, have been more steadfast, more consistent, more devoted than the Corrymeela community. They are each of us, being human, is imperfect. And every organization with which any of us are affiliated makes mistakes. Surely governments make mistakes. The important thing is the intention and the attitude, the desire to help people, to do good things for the society. And I don't know of any organization that possesses those qualities, those crucial intangibles, more than the Corrymeela community. I have visited there in the past. I recall extremely well my first visit. I was told how beautiful it was up there. And so I went hoping to see some great scenery. But I have a home on the coast of Maine, which I think several million years ago was connected down. The cliffs look the same, just from a different angle. I'm familiar with windy oceanfront hills. But I was unprepared for the brisk winds of Corrymeela. All the hats went flying. The guys who had toupees had trouble keeping their hats together. And I was speaking into the wind, so I don't think anybody heard me. That was more than 3 feet away. But it was such a wonderful occasion that I went back again, just to see what it would be like on a normal day. And of course, the welcome was great, the attitude was great, and thanks to Corrymeela and many others, the results have been great. So it's a great honor for me here. I apologize that I do have to go and speak at another event shortly, so I'll miss the rest of the program, but I want to thank all of you for coming. I do want to mention John Fitzpatrick and Karen McLaughlin and the American Island Fund, who've also been great contributors to the process that has occurred, as have all of you here. And let's not forget that nothing in life is certain, nothing is permanent, and peace, just like every other condition, requires effort, commitment, integrity, and forward movement. And I hope that everyone here will continue with Corrymeela, the MLAs, with Barbara and Norman and the governments, to make sure that we don't slip back into a past that no one really does want to return to, and we keep moving forward for the benefit of the people of Northern Ireland. I've said many times, and I'll close with this, I'm an American and proud of it. But a very large part of my heart and my emotions will always be in Northern Ireland. I love the place, I love the people. I think they are dedicated, energetic. Yes, they are quarrelsome. Yes, they can be quick to anger, but at the same time, they're just wonderful and warm my heart and make me feel that one of the most important, and to me, one of the best things I've ever done was the years that I spent among them in Northern Ireland. So thank you all very much.